Our verse for today is Proverbs 22:11. It says this: He who loves purity of heart and whose speech is gracious will have the king as his friend. As a child, I remember singing a little song about friends. Maybe you heard it too. It said this: Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. But the truth is, not all friends are silver and gold. In fact, some that we might call friends are actually toxic. They can hinder our walks with God. So, what does a true or uncommon friend look like? Well, that verse said, He who loves purity of heart and whose speech is gracious. So, what does that mean? Well, when it comes to purity of heart, perhaps the first thing that comes to mind is being free from sexual immorality or other lifestyle sins. But could it go even deeper than that? You see, an uncommon friend is one who's willing to speak the truth in love to us. If they see us going off in some direction that's going to hurt our walk with God. You see, an uncommon friend is also a person who is going to encourage us to grow in our walk with God and help us become more like Christ. Not that we're to become spiritual fruit inspectors in each other's lives, but if we were to see one another doing something that was going to hurt our walk with God or the testimony of Christ, they'd be willing to speak the truth in love to us. Proverbs 27:6 says, Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. You see, an uncommon friend wants the best for his or her friend, and sometimes that means even risking the friendship to speak the truth in love. So, being an uncommon friend also means being willing to sacrifice for one another. Sometimes being an uncommon friend is inconvenient, but when you care about someone, it's not a burden. Amen. And of course, that does not mean that we can neglect our other responsibilities or our priority relationships, like our relationships with our spouse and our children if we're married or have children. But we do want to cultivate those kinds of people in our lives who can help us grow. And we want to be that kind of friend to others. Amen. Well, thanks for watching. Bye bye.